Hello, hi, good morning. I would like to draw everyone's attention to this iMac that is sitting right here. I found this iMac last weekend at a dumpster, and I falsely believed that if I got a cord for it, that it was going to work for me, and it didn't. I'm sharing about it because I found, have you ever had those things happen in your life where, oh, my shirt. Things happen in your life where you're like, if this would happen, it would fix me. I developed this narrative in my head where I, for some reason, thought that this iMac was going to be perfectly intact. All it needed was a cord. The reason it had been discarded was because of a fight or an eviction, and that my life was going to be great because I had found an iMac. Why would a person put an iMac at a dumpster? Because it doesn't work, and that's exactly what happened. I ordered the cord for it, plugged it up, waiting for a miracle. A miracle did not happen. I just wanted to share that. Just wanted to share that my expectations were not met from a computer that I found at a dumpster. Anyway, so I want to talk about the before 40 list because I alluded to it in my last video, and I want to go into detail about it. Like anybody cares, but like if you are compelled to create something similar, anything like that, and also just to share. So right now I'm 38. There's a lot of things I want to get right before 40. I am at a point and a place where I thought that my life was going to be a lot different. I thought that I was going to be married with kids, maybe different job, different location, all that stuff. And I'm not. And it kind of hit me 6 months ago when I turned 38 that, like, wow, like I'm going to be turning 40 soon. I'm holding on to a mental figment that is not there. I need to start designing my life differently because the things that are the daily occurrences in my life are allowing me to survive and not thrive and are untenable, and I need to fix them. If I want to have a happier life for the next 40 years, also, I'm reaching a point in my life where I'm going to have more years behind me than ahead of me. And that's just biology. You know, we can do all of the plastic surgeries, all of the green juices, all of the different things to make our time on Earth longer and feel better. But in reality, like, we will all expire. Even Jack LaLanne expired. The guy who did the Atkins stuff expired. Like, everyone who has tried to come up with all these different longevities to make us live to be 1,000, it's like great. It's a great idea, but ultimately, God wins. It's a great idea, but ultimately, we're still working on that one. All of that is to say is that I've created a before 40 list. I will turn 40 in a year and a half, and the things that are on this list, I will share some fragments, which I initially created it as a note stock, which I have so many notes, so many voice notes. I moved it over to Notion because I just liked how it looked in their interface better, and I'm going to check it off as I go. It's got some really, really big things on it, and it's got some smaller fun things on it. I'm going to share some fragments here. I'm not going to embarrass myself all the way. But everything on this list is to ensure that my next 40 years and beyond are nice and are decent. And the list keeps me in mind. And by that, I mean, I initially thought, I never thought, like, well, I'm going to create a before 40 list. But my thought process is, this list is to make sure that I have a decent, happy, soft life, as opposed to having to think about, husband, kids, things like that. It really is thinking, well, where do I want to be living? What do I want to be doing? What do I no longer have the wherewithal to keep sustaining? How can things be better to where I'm waking up and not feeling dread, but feeling more happiness? So that's what this list is about. And it's also, it's fun, but it is serious. So I hope that you all are excited to go on this journey with me. And I understand that with this list, I will not have accomplished everything on it. I hope to, and I'm working towards it. But the goal is, everyone talks about, or there's an idea in pop culture that 40 is like, oh, the scary age, which I mean, it is. There's good reason. There's good reason for it. But the reason is more for this list that when I wake up on my 40th birthday, I can feel happy and I can feel hopeful and I can feel that everything may not be solved, but I'm going in a good direction. I don't want to wake up at 40 and just be like, oh man, like, what did I do these past 40 years? Like, where am I going? What's happening? What am I going to do? To give a little bit of disclosure, and I don't want to bring anybody else into this, but I live in a questionable area of San Francisco, and I see a lot of people whom I don't know what their ages are, and I don't know what opportunities they were or were not given, but I know that I don't want to have a life that on the outside seems aimless and is riddled with substance problems, but also has a lot of economic issues with it. There are a lot of us, including myself, I mean, I'll be transparent about it, that are one, two, if things go wrong with one or two paychecks, our lives look radically different. And I don't want to be at a point or a place in my life where I'm in my 60s or in my 70s and I'm still working because I have to work, not because I, have a lot of hours and I want to spend them in a way where I'm pulling in more money. A lot of people are working because they still have to work. And I don't know what that's going to look like for me, but I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that that's not me. I mean, I'm going to be working for a very long time, let's be clear. But I at least want for these next 40 years, God willing that I get these next 40 years. And I came up with 40 because in thinking about the ages in which my grandparents passed away, I chose to adhere to that of my mom's mom, my grandma, whom I was closest to. Grandma died at 85. And so I'm like, well, that's 42.5. So I can dial it back a couple of years and say before 40. Like, that's going to be probably going to be my halfway point. So let's make sure that it's good. I think about the fact that mortality is real. And got to get right about it. It's not even about like a faith thing, like a got to get right with God, although, that is worth exploring as well. It's just, there are so many situations in my life where I'm waking up with more dread than happiness. And if I'm going to, I don't want to be in this space of like, oh, I'm still here and my life sucks. Like, I want to be happy that I get to wake up every day and continue doing good things and continue having good things happen in my life on a more sustainable basis. I was talking to my best friend not too long ago, and I asked her, I was texting with her, and I asked her, like, how happy are you? And I've begun, like, asking that of a couple more people, like, how happy are you? And what's getting me is that everybody else in my life seems pretty happy. Like, it's not about having happy moments. They're pretty happy. They're happy with their jobs. They're happy with their families. They're happy with their locations. They're happy with their activities. They're happy. And they have the wherewithal to choose to be happy. And I have made decisions in the moment that have led me to a place where I am not happy. I'm not happy. So, gotta get happy. Let's hope this list does that. Okay, let's get out of this word salad. I hope that this gave you some explanation of where I am and where I want to go. Yeah. Okay. I hope that no matter what time or where you are watching this, that things are going well, and we will keep talking. All right. Bye. Hello. Hi. I'm back. It is the end of the day. It is Sunday. And I wanted to come back on. It's been a good Sunday. I went to the gym. I got groceries, had groceries delivered. By the way, this is unrelated, but when it comes to delivery, like there's multiple options. That's, you know what? Never mind. This is not an ad. If they ever want to sponsor me one day, we'll do that. But I was gonna give some praise, but we'll wait on that. I have popped back on here because I know that I said in my video that in my initial part, I was like, I'll share my my before 40 list with you. But then I was looking at it and I was like, I don't think I'm ready for that. It's a little, I could share some of it. Some of it is light, some of it is heavy, but I'm not ready to share the whole thing publicly. So if and when that time comes, I will share it. But right now I'm just going to hold on to it. So, but I hope that you all had a great Sunday. Today was the start of daylight savings time. People, or the end of it, I guess. People have thoughts on that. I love it. I love a darker day. I love it when it gets dark earlier. I guess I'm just maybe I'm a vampire at heart. Anyway, but it was a good Sunday, and I will talk to you all on the next one. I gotta take my braids down this week. The time has come. Okay. All right. Take care. Bye.